I would like to respond to George Galloway. Recently, he accused Saudi Arabia of being Al Qaeda, and but before I comment on all his bullshit, I would like to let you know who's George Galloway. In my opinion, he's a filthy, dirty man. He's a guy for sale. His tank is for sale. Anyone pays him, he would talk in his behalf. A long time ago, he was the doggy of Saddam Hussein. He was a friend of Saddam Hussein, but actually he was his bitch. So when Saddam Hussein died, he went to another sponsor. Who's the new sponsor? The mullahs in Tehran. And they are they paid him, so he talks anything they want him to talk about, anything he paid for. Other than that, he would not mention anything. So his job nowadays is attacking Saudi Arabia. You know, yeah, and that's really great for the Iranians. And they appreciate that, and they give him a program in their channel, and and he's doing great. Um, just going back to the topic, he accused Saudi Arabia of being Al Qaeda because what happened in Al Aqsa, Saudi Arabia, he said the one who did it, and he gave a silly example, silly, really silly, and he said Saudi Arabia. Oh wow, how? If it's Saudi Arabian government or the regime, as you call him, how it could, how, why the regime traced those people and arrested them in few hours? You know, no country would do that. But Saudi Arabia got those bad guys, got those criminals in a short time, and if you if you compare it with what happened in Iraq and Iran and many countries, the criminals get away with his crime and no one arrested him. So in Saudi Arabia, they caught and they are being arrested and they will be sorry, they will be executed. There is no doubt about that. They will be executed, and we Saudis, we stand by the government, and we have the loyalty to the government. There is no Shia Sunni, there is no sectarian in Saudi Arabia, there is no discrimination between citizens in Saudi Arabia. All of us, we are brothers. And those guys who came to Saudi Arabia and they want to play this dirty card, a sectarian conflict in Saudi Arabia, they will not succeed. They will not succeed simply because we are a peaceful people. We are a peaceful nation. You have to know about this, George Galloway. And before that, George Galloway, we had no problem. Before those mullahs, those dirty criminals came to power in Tehran, we had no sectarian war in the Middle East or in any part of the Arab world or Muslim world. So, since those guys came to the power 30 years ago, and problem started, my friend. They have been promoting sectarian over, in all the Arab worlds and all the Muslim worlds, and they started arming the Shias. They started arming them in Lebanon, they started arming them in Iraq, now in Yemen, and everywhere when there is a Shia and the government is not really powerful, the government is broken, and the Iranian will come over and will say, "Oh Shia, you are being you are being tortured, you are being discriminated, you're being all this bullshit," and they will start arming them. Against whom? Against whom? Against the other part of that country, if that people live in that country. Like in Iraq, they started killing Sunni, and then the Sunni the Sunni extremists came from all over the world, and those for defending Sunnis. They said the Sunnis are being killed and tortured by the Shias. So, but who started first? They said, "Oh, Iran is helping those Shias, arming them. So we will have to go and help our friends." So Al Qaeda find an excuse to function, to have some people say, "Hello, welcome guys, you can come and share. There is a problem," and the problem started by the Iranians, not by the Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia don't play a sectarian card. Saudi Arabia doesn't like a sectarian war. You have to understand that. And I'm not really talking to you because I know you. As long as you got your payment at the end of the month, you're okay with that. You're not looking for the facts, and you're looking just for payment. Sorry, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who would listen to this video, to know you and to know your sponsors, the mullahs. And by the way, I have 3 questions. How many times has Al Qaeda attacked Saudi Arabia? How many times? Do you know? Since 2003 until now? How many? Many times, man. Many times, filthy man. I wouldn't say, my friend, you're not. So, how many times they attack? How many times has Al Qaeda attacked Iran? None. 0. Big 0. So, the other question about how many leaders of Al Qaeda in Saudi Arabia? Do you know how many? None. There is no anyone has any kind of protection in Saudi Arabia, but they are in the prison. In prison in Saudi Arabia, you can come and say hello to them because you and them are the same to me. So in Iran, there are many of the Al Qaeda leaders giving a protection from the mullahs, your friends, and search for it, you'll find it. And another thing, I think I missed the 3rd question. Sorry for that. Maybe 2 it would be enough for you to know. And by the way, there is a problem happened just a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, maybe. Women attacked by some fanatics, mullahs in Tehran, and in other cities in Iran, by the acid. 2 of the ladies died. Did you hear about those guys? Did you hear about them, George Galloway? Why don't you present them in your show? This is a problem. Imagine this happened in Saudi Arabia. What would you say, George Galloway? You would say, look at those takfiris, look at those Wahhabis. They killed women with the acid, with these chemicals. Oh, it would be a big, huge propaganda over that. Did Saudi do that? No. We do not take advantage of victims. We do not play this dirty card. This dirty cards for people who could not really who have no who have no dignity, who are really sick, and you are one of them, and the mullahs are. And so I think you enjoy this show. I wish you would listen to it, and by chance, and by the way, I'll put it in your Facebook. Maybe, maybe you could delete it, or you could get rid of it. But I will make sure that you see this YouTube. Uh, by the way, I mean another thing about Syria. You know, I heard nothing. You didn't talk about Syria nowadays. You know, how many people killed there? 200, half a million people killed in Syria? No, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. You can't present that in your show. You know, Iranian will say, well, it's not your business. We didn't pay you for that. We didn't pay you for that. Cover your eyes, George Galloway. Oh, otherwise, you'll be kicked out of the channel. So, you have to stick to your job. And thanks, my friend. And I might get another video for George Galloway soon, if he didn't, or if he insists in attacking Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much.